Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and wanted to provide a quick update on Tesla, TSLA, and TSLL, which is the leveraged ETF, bullish leverage ETF on Tesla stock, and just give everyone an update on what I've done and what I'm going to do for the remainder of the week in regards to this stock. So if you follow Tesla, you know, big day for Tesla yesterday as Elon Musk announced, or they disclosed that he purchased a pretty sizable amount of shares, which is very bullish for the company. He also announced on social media on their Tesla page that he is back full-time at Tesla. So all of the political things and all that stuff that was kind of pushing it down, the feud with Trump and everything, kind of seems to be somewhat behind us for now, at least, okay? Which is a good thing. That's all, a lot of negative stuff that we dealt with, basically all in this area here, finally, hopefully, behind. All right, so had a big move yesterday in both, right? So Tesla had a big move, which means TSLL had a big move. Tesla stock I'm still holding. That's a longer term hold. I have not sold any Tesla as of yet, and I don't plan on for quite a while, just because, like I said, it's a longer term hold. I've been buying ever since it's been, I bought some down here, held through this, actually, believe it or not, when it got all the way to 480. This is TSLL, but on Tesla, it was all the way at 488, I think it was the high. Held through there, held through this nonsense here, and still holding for Tesla stock. So Tesla is currently, this is the daily chart, the 2-year daily chart, and currently we are overvalued. Does not mean we cannot go higher from here, but statistically speaking, technically speaking, you're looking at potentially having a pullback on Tesla, which means you'll have a pullback on TSLL. And so what I'm looking at doing is this. So yesterday, full disclosure on this ETF, I did take profits on this ETF because it is extremely volatile. Okay, it's almost like owning a cryptocurrency at this point, the way I've looked at it, because I've seen it go up, and I'm like, whoa, I'm up $1,000, and then it goes down, and I'm like, dang, I'm down $500, all within the matter of a day. So I was up a pretty sizable amount yesterday whenever I woke up yesterday morning, and so I decided to go ahead and cash out of that position. However, I'm going to be re-entering that position with the full amount that I cashed out, to do another swing on this particular play. Typically, Tuesdays are days where Tesla will pull back, sell off, and so that's what I'm kind of hoping for now, because you see we're overvalued here on the daily chart, the 2-year daily chart, the 180-day 4-hour time frame. We're overvalued. I think that we are going to pull back slightly today, not just because of that. However, this is kind of like the eve of the FOMC meeting. I think we do see some red, a little bit of red today, a little bit of red tomorrow before the announcement, and then things get really, really interesting for the market, not just stock market, but the crypto market, but focusing more on Tesla stock this morning. One thing that's exciting with this particular play here, our golden cross breakout indicators, they still have not fully crossed just yet. We're at a pretty key level, and we're setting up for a potential beautiful looking bull flag to bust us through there. And when we do that, man, I think this thing can move and bust through some of these resistance levels. Okay, so I'm looking to enter back in. I might go 50% of my position in today, 50% back in tomorrow, or I'll do 50 and then just kind of scale in the rest of the week, just in case it does indeed fall back down. Okay, because like I said, this is really volatile. It's very rare that this thing just keeps going up and up and up and up and up, every single day, just because if Tesla pulls back slightly, like let's say Tesla pulls back 1%, this is down 2%. Pulls back 2%, you're down 4%. So you got to be really careful with this ETF as far as getting in, getting out if you're doing swings. So I am looking to enter back in to this one somewhere, probably if it gets down into the 17s. I'll start my position and then I'm going to watch kind of where it settles tomorrow. And if it continues to pull back down, if for some reason it gets into the 16s, buy some more there. But realistically, I could hold and just wait, until I could just kind of sit out, I guess, until tomorrow, until we see the Fed decision. But I just don't want to be, I don't want to not be in the play off of the announcement and let it kind of take off without me. So I'm going to put probably, like I said, about 50% of my cash that I have on the sideline from the swing back into the plays at some point today, hopefully, and then start putting the rest of it back in tomorrow, and just kind of go from there. So your resistance currently 1872, 2307, 2742, 3280, 4150. So 4150 is still the goal here, and so like I said, I'm hoping that we have a slight pullback on it before we start taking off. And then so I'm looking at the 180-day 4-hour time frame, looking pretty much like the same. I think if we can kind of just maybe consolidate around that 400 level on Tesla, that's going to have us consolidate around the $17 to $19 range here. As you look here on our 4-hour time frame, our MACD indicator, we're getting closer to crossing over from bullish to bearish, and that could potentially bring us down and sell off slightly. As you see, we got all the way down to 1758 yesterday, and I'd sold somewhere in this candle here. I think I sold right at about $19 is where I ended up taking profits. And yeah, I missed out on a little bit of profits there, all the way got up to I think 20, yeah, right at about $20, but that's okay. So we're going to look at anywhere from $17 or $16, actually no, $17 to $20 is where it kind of may just start consolidating. If it happens to take a big dip today, whenever I see that big dip, if it happens, that's where I'll start probably dip buying there. But setting up overall, guys, in my opinion, for a very nice looking bull flag, not just on the technicals, but the situation in general with, it's Tesla Tuesday. Tesla's typically red on a Tuesday. FOMC meetings tomorrow, okay? Potential, in my opinion, sell-off prior to the FOMC meeting, right? And if it does that, and then they come out and they start talking about cutting rates, and they confirm that they're cutting rates off of the data on Forex Factory, then that's going to be bullish. If they happen to cut more than what we think, so projected 25 basis points, if they do 50, holy moly, the market's going to go insane, and I definitely want to be part of that. So important to manage your risk, though. I'm not saying to go and dump all of your money into this by any means. The reason I'm doing it is because I've studied Tesla's charts, and I just studied the charts in general to where I kind of understand somewhat of what's happening. So if you don't, then I probably wouldn't recommend you buying this ETF here, because it moves really fast. And if you're not used to seeing the market go up and down, up and down, up and down, this may not be for you. And this is a lot more aggressive. So just be cautious of that. So anywho, just want to give you a quick update on Tesla, the technical analysis on it. Let me know your comments below. Other than that, we'll catch you in the next one.